whispers in the attic. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the attic floor, 12-year-old Emma began to hear it. At first, she thought it was just her imagination. But then the whispers grew louder and more distinct. She wasn't sure if she should be scared or excited. Curiosity got the best of her and she slowly descended the attic ladder. The whispers followed her every move.
Emma, we've been waiting for you.
They seemed to be coming from the far corner of the attic, from behind a large, ornately carved wooden door that she had never noticed before. The whispers grew into a chant. "Open the door! Emma! Open the door!" Emma felt a sudden urge to open the door, as if something on the other side was calling out to her. As she reached for the handle, the whispers intensified. "Let us in! Emma! Let us in!" Her hand trembled as she turned the doorknob. It was rusty and stiff, but slowly it began to turn. With a loud creak, the door swung open, revealing a room that seemed to be filled with darkness. The whispers stopped abruptly. Startled, Emma took a step back, her heart pounding in her chest. But she couldn't help but feel drawn to the room. Taking a deep breath, she stepped inside and closed the door behind her. As her eyes adjusted to the darkness, she began to make out the shape of a rocking chair in the corner. It was old and made of wood, and it seemed to be swaying slightly as if someone had just gotten up from it. Then she saw it. On the floor beside the rocking chair was a diary with her name on it. As she picked it up, more memories flooded back. This was her great-grandmother's diary. She remembered her grandmother telling her stories about how she and her siblings used to play in the attic when they were children. But why would her great-grandmother's diary be up here? And why did she feel like there was something else in the room with her? Suddenly, she heard a noise behind her. Turning around, she saw the rocking chair moving again. It was going back and forth now, faster and faster. Panic started to set in. She wanted to run, but her legs felt heavy, as if some invisible force was holding her down. Then she heard a voice, a whisper right beside her. "Emma, why are you here?" The voice was soft but cold, like the voice of a ghost. Emma turned around, but there was no one there. The only sound was the creaking of the rocking chair. Was the ghost trying to communicate with her? Did it want her to leave? Taking a shaky breath, Emma decided to stay. She sat down in the rocking chair and waited. And then she heard it again. "Emma, look here!" The ghost seemed to be pointing with its finger. It was coming from under the floorboards. Emma looked closer and saw that one of the floorboards had shifted. She knelt down and carefully lifted it up. Underneath was a small wooden box. Emma opened it and found a collection of old photographs. There were pictures of her great-grandmother and her siblings playing in the attic, just like she had heard. But there was one picture that made her stop. In one of the photos, she saw a girl who looked just like her, standing beside her great-grandmother. But it wasn't just the girl who looked like her. The girl's eyes were exactly the same color as hers. And then she realized that the girl was holding a diary, the exact same diary that she had found earlier. Suddenly, the whispers filled the room again. "We found you, Emma. We've been waiting for so long." The ghost's voice was filled with joy. Emma could feel its happiness. It wasn't a malevolent spirit, just a lonely one. It wanted to be found. It wanted to be remembered. As Emma looked at the photos and the diary, she knew what she had to do. She carefully placed them back in the box, along with the new diary. Then she stood up and walked over to the door. As she opened it, the whispers faded away. Emma returned to the present, carrying the box with her.
She knew that the ghost was finally at peace.
From that day on, Emma kept the box in her room, a reminder of the ghostly secret she had discovered in the attic. And whenever she felt scared or lonely, she would open the box and look at the photos, knowing that she was not alone. And whenever she felt scared or lonely, she would open the box and look at the photos, knowing that she was not alone. And whenever she felt scared or lonely, she would open the box and look at the photos, knowing that she was not alone.